Hi guys, it's Nika and I'm back with another townie makeover this week. It is Eloise Hiddlestick's turn and oh my god, I love this sim so much. A few weeks ago I ran a few polls on like here and Twitter and Tumblr and I tried to figure out which townies I should make over. I chose a few names and I put the polls on my social media, and I feel like Eloise actually got 0 votes. Nobody wanted Eloise, but I really wanted Eloise. Okay, so I'm giving her a makeover today, and I was super excited to get to her because I think she is so cool. She is giving me like quirky librarian vibes, also like some 80s vibes. She is just so cool and I really wanted to take a closer look at her. And like I said, the vibe I'm getting from her is like a quirky lesbian librarian, so that's what I went with. And also the like 80s vibe, I tried to sort of keep that. And I also kept in mind that she is the owner of the thrifty shop in Copperdale, so I figured she might know a thing or two about fashion, and she might have like, a style. I guess she knows what she's doing. And at the same time, I don't know how I would say it, but like she knows what she's doing and she likes to be like casually like why am I even trying to explain this, but I have no idea how to explain this. But yeah, quirky lesbian librarian, 80s, and she owns a thrift shop, so I try to keep that in mind. And I really love her. I love her style. I love the outfits I gave her. My favorite would be, well, I really like her everyday outfit, and then I also really like her formal outfit. I think it's so cool. It's like, I'm not sure if those shoes really work well with the dress. I certainly wouldn't wear it that way, but at the same time, fashion. And I don't know, I'm definitely not a fashion expert, but yeah, there was something about that combination that I really liked, even though it felt like it shouldn't go well together, but it sort of did. And listen, she's quirky. She can definitely wear stuff that's a little mismatched, and she can make it work. Although I will say, putting together quirky outfits in The Sims, and I guess in real life as well, but I don't really put quirky outfits together in real life because I'm too self-conscious for that. No, but putting together quirky outfits in The Sims, there's a very thin line between being cute and quirky and then just being a mess. I don't know, just not knowing what you're doing and just looking like a randomized townie. So I hope I made it all look intentional. Intentional, I think that's the word I was looking for earlier when I was trying to describe her style and why sometimes things may not always look like they belong together, but they do. Intentionally, yeah. Intentionally messy sometimes, intentionally mismatched or something. I don't know. Let's move on from that. But yeah, quirky outfits. How many times have I said quirky outfits or quirky style in this video? Oh my god. I guess, can I blame this voiceover on being gay for her? Maybe. No, I don't know. I always find something to blame the bad quality of my voiceover on, but she is so cute. She deserves, and I know I say this about every single sim in this Townie Makeover series, but I wish she got like more attention. I don't know. I also like, I get it. I get why people are mostly playing with or talking about like the calientes and the goths and line grabs because there's lore, and we don't really have any lore on these new Sims. I checked the Sims wiki page for Eloise, and there's not much. Actually, I still have it open. Let me read. Oh, I don't have it open anymore. Never mind. I will open it again. So, Eloise Hiddlesticks. What do we know about her? She is a primate Sim from high school years. She doesn't live in the world and is downy unless she has moved into one of the worlds. She is the shop owner of Thrifty at Copperdale and can be seen there. and she appears to be based on the character of Miss Frizzle from the Magic School Bus, and her romance and mess around preferences are both women, indicating that she is a lesbian. However, she is not exploring romantically. Then she has some skills and some likes and dislikes. I don't know why I said sham. Never mind. Yeah, and that's all. That's all. And then obviously we have like her traits and everything, but that's all. She doesn't even have any relationships to anyone of any kind. Like these newer Sims, when I'm like, oh my god, I wish we talked about the Sim more. Usually all we have is that the Sim is cool, pretty, or something about them is interesting in their appearance, but personality, they have no personalities, they have no backstories. They're just sort of placed into the world. And I don't know, I think this aspect of The Sims 4 kind of makes me sad. I mean, if I wanted a Sim that has no backstory and no relationships and just appears out of nowhere in the world and has to make their way up, I would just create my own Sim, and I would really love for all the already existing townies, I would like for them to have like stories. You know how it was in Sims 2. Sims 2 lore is so deep, and years later and people are still so invested in that. I wish Sims 4 had something like that. Seriously, I do. But then on the other hand, well, there are like 3 cases in which I don't care that we don't have much lore, and it is Caleb and Lilith, because I sort of gave them my own storyline, and if we ever get more information on the Vators, I will just disregard it, and no, that's not happening. I have my own story and Morgan Amber. And everyone else I wish had stories, but these 3, I don't care that we don't know much about them, because I've already made my own stories. Sorry this video was all over the place. One last question, do you have any backstories for any of the townies? Let me know in the comments if you want to. But I've been talking for a long time today, so I'm gonna go now. I hope you enjoyed this video, I hope you like this makeover, and yeah, thanks for watching. I will see you all next time. I love you guys, bye everyone!